Pipe down. You gotta check this right here. This is that one. This is the one. Check this one.
Welcome in. How's it going out there, everybody? Just getting set up to do a podcast, or possibly two if I can sneak two, and I will. It's been pretty hot around here, so my little studio, it's harder to work in. But so we're going to get at least one podcast in for sure. So those of you that follow along regularly and are just jumping in to see the podcast kind of on Twitch live, you know, this is our second time, I think, putting this up. But so bear with us bear with me, I guess, as I deal with some technical stuff and kind of fine tune some things. But yeah, we're going to see if we can do this again. Last time was fairly successful, I think. So I'm going to fine tune it and get it into play here. So first things first, this is going to be episode number 40. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into it as soon as I know we are good to go. Just got some things set up. And looks like that'll work. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Let's see if this is playing okay. Just doing a quick check stuff before we get into the full thing, making sure nothing's being weird before it all goes down. We'll do a quick check. Appreciate your patience. You know, all that good stuff. Let's see. Check. Music's rolling. I'm going to cut it for just a second here. Cut it in just a second. Good. I feel like I'm going through a flight check here. One last thing I need to check on here. I'm going to give a little test recording. Check. 1, 2. Test recording. Don't talk over it much, but it's nice to know the levels where we're at. Check. 1, 2, 3. Just checking it out. Feels good. Overall, we'll see. Check. Check 1, 2, check 1, 3. Check 1, 3, check 1, 2. Alright, all looks good. I think we are good to go. Oop. My bad. Sorry about that, everybody. Just give a quick listen back, and I think we're good.
A dope ass beat, you could put it with
Which beat?
a dope ass beat.
I know what that is.
That's like a really good track.
Okay.
Cooking soul.
Behind the scenes here. This was off of the last podcast, Cooking Soul and Jing Sang, dope ass beat. That's actually the name of the track. It is also that, but alright, I think we're gonna get into it here. Alright. Welcome into the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi podcast. This is episode number 40. Welcome in. All right, so on this episode, I just wanted to highlight a few different things, but I appreciate those popping in. And episode number 40 here, this is going to be Lo-Fi vocal beats, and so it's going to be all dedicated to Lo-Fi vocal influenced stuff. I mean, obviously, Lo-Fi has or Lo-Fi hip hop in particular has that blend with hip hop, because it's already Lo-Fi hip hop, obviously, but hip hop and rap and MCs and whatnot rapping over Lo-Fi stuff, and so that's obviously always going to be a regular thing. But ever since the very first episode, I think overall I throw a track or two here or there in, but overall the majority of lo-fi tracks and lo-fi beats, when you listen, it's all instrumental. People are listening to the beats. It's not really focused so much on vocals, but other than some samples here or there, or some really subtle samples, or even somebody singing something very light, but nothing that's usually super duper heavy on vocal stuff, or having a lot of verses or choruses for that matter, or even following any kind of structure. Really, when it comes down to it, in a lot of ways, I think the lo-fi and vocal world have really kind of merged because some of the most popular kind of, I guess, if you want to call it lo-fi, the way that I look at lo-fi, we've had this again, if you go back to those first 10 episodes in the podcast where they kind of talk about the history of lo-fi and how I define lo-fi, and it's not always those chill beats that you hear on Lo-Fi Girl or Chill Hop. It's how the production is made. Is it the aesthetic the feel and the vibe that you get from it. There's a wide variety of different kind of characteristics or ways of distinguishing lo-fi music, in my opinion. But that's just that's where I'm at. But if we're saying some lo-fi hip hop, there's lots of subgenres here. It could be everything from the boom bap world, sample stuff. There's a wide variety. It's a really large genre, in my opinion. I don't like to completely give everything a label, but if we're describing things through a podcast or something online, obviously that's a different story. But let's see. All right, check. We're gonna do this one more time because I'm not doing it the way that I normally would. And now that I know that everything's running in the background, I'll get to hear it. It's a little funky. I'm not used to that. Check. Check 2. See, this is your behind the scenes. I might cut this stuff out. I might leave it. I don't know. I'm not embarrassed. This is just part of the fun. It's all fun. Usually, again, I try to get everything in one take. If I can get stuff in one take, that's the best. And I'd say like 80% of the time I get it in one take. 90% of the time. A couple of times I got to restart maybe. Get myself back on track. But yeah, we'll see. Let's get it. All right, welcome into the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi podcast. This is episode number 40. Welcome in. Hope everybody out there is doing well and staying cool. I know across the country it's again continued to be a really warm summer, and up here in the Pacific Northwest we've been going through some extraordinary 100-degree weather ourselves. So that's why if you follow along with the podcast every day, it's hard for me to get into my little shed studio to do any kind of like recording when it's really, really hot. It's literally a little shed. But it gets the job done, and it's just too hot. So just no disrespect, trying to stay on the consistency thing here, but I wasn't up on the podcasts, and so I had to kind of take a little mini heat wave break. But here we are. Welcome into the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi podcast, episode 40. And this is Lo-Fi vocal beats episode here. So we're going to be focusing on a lot of just vocal influenced Lo-Fi beats. It could be anything from rap to singing. And, we'll kind of go from there. But I want to remind you can go to anchor.fm/Pickles and Beats to find our homepage and links to all your favorite platforms, whether you like to listen on Spotify, you like to listen on Apple Podcasts or Amazon or Stitcher, doesn't matter. We're out there, Pickles and Beats, look us up. Otherwise, again, we're on all major social media as well. So find us on Twitch. We're actually streaming right now on Twitch. Every time I'm doing the podcast, I'm going to do my best to kind of stream it while I'm doing it. So I don't have a regular schedule yet, so I really apologize for that. But if you stay with us on our social medias, I'll have that stuff worked out very soon, or hopefully. with the weather here, it's a little bit too much. It's hard. So I can't have fans just blasting while I'm recording because it's just too loud. But yeah, so I appreciate you being patient and listening and coming back and again. And if this is your first time in, appreciate you so much. Again, anchor.fm/Pickles and Beats. I am your host, Chris, producer of the New and the Used. And you can find my production and music and whatnot on all platforms as well as just the New and the Used. So I appreciate you so much. So let's get into it. This is episode number 40. And like I said, Lofi vocal beats. So again, if you're new to the podcast, I'd always like to let everybody know the way I kind of put these together. You could send me tracks if you want. I'll definitely listen to them, and if I feel like they fit somewhere, I'd be happy to put it in. You can just go to that same website, anchor.fm/Pickles and Beats, or picklesandbeats@gmail as well. And send me your beats, and I'll listen, and if it fits, I'll throw it on, talk about it. I always love doing that. We're all about positivity and sharing love for lo-fi music and sharing beats, so why not? And I'm been surprised I haven't done a vocal beats episode in all these 40 episodes here. I've thrown vocal tracks in here and there, but nothing dedicated to every track has vocals. So if you were looking forward to a chill beats episode or something, that's not what's going to happen here. It's going to be more chill with some vocals on it. But yeah, so let's get into the first track. How about it? The very first track is called Reason, and it's by a producer/singer. That's the hard part with some of this stuff. I want to give everybody their proper due and credit, so I'm not sure if they do their own productions and sing, or if the producer had the singer. Usually it'll say featuring or whatnot. But this track here is Mad Rhino. It's MAADRHINO, and the track again is called Reason. So let's check it out.
Give me sunlight, tell me you're all in. Give me your loving, I'll stay till the morning. Give me a reason, give me your sunlight, tell me you're all in. Give me your loving, I'll stay till the morning. Give me a reason, give me your sunlight, tell me you're all in. Give me your loving, I'll stay till the morning. Give me a reason. 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 Give me sunlight. Tell me you're all in. Give me your loving. Stay till the morning. Give me a reason. Give me sunlight. Tell me you're all in. Give me your loving. Stay till the morning. Give me a reason. Give me sunlight. Tell me you're all in. Give me your loving. Stay till the morning. Give me a reason. Give me sunlight. Tell me you're all in. Give me your loving. Stay till the morning. Give me a reason. Sunlight, tell me you're all in. Give me your loving, stay till the morning. Give me a reason, give me your sunlight. Tell me you're all in.
Reason by Mad Rhino right here on the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi podcast. This is episode number 40. focusing on some lo-fi vocal beats. Again, like I said, I've been kind of searching around to try to find other things that I maybe haven't done yet, rather than just putting a mixture out there. But I don't have a problem just putting a mix together for the day, just based on the vibe. But sometimes, like I said, I'll get the emails. But most of the time, I wanted to finish that thought. But most of the time, I'll be listening on my own, just free time, which is very often, but like in the car or traveling or whatever, just moving around, working on house chores or whatever, just on my own. And, I'll listen to about 30 seconds or so. And if it stands out to me, I'll throw it on the podcast list and listen to it later. Or listen to it live on the podcast on the fly. And, if I can feel a grouping, if you listen to any of the other lists on the podcast list, you'll see there's, lo-fi saxophone beats, episode 37. We got lo-fi trumpet beats on 36. There's coffee beats, summer heat. There's been a wide variety of stuff that I like to focus on. And, if it fits the vibe, we do it. And so I haven't done a vocal one in 40 episodes, which kind of blows me away. Really 30, because the first, as I said before, the first 8 to 10 are kind of more just talking about the history of, and not really focused on too much. I mean, the beats is just more listening. But now we're doing a little bit more, and lo-fi vocal beats, here we go. These are more digestible episodes, the 20 to 30 minute episode, just to kind of keep it nice and simple. But there are Music Plus Talk podcasts that I put out that are only for Spotify listeners, but they're still under the same list. So if you listen anywhere else other than Spotify, you won't see them show up in the list. But if you're on Spotify, scroll up, or down, I guess, to the early episodes, and I believe 6, I call them half episodes, so it says like episode 6 and then 6.5, I believe is what it is. They're Music Plus Talk, so I can usually use almost any music, without any copyright worries, things like that. And so I like to use those for highlight episodes, and so I did yesterday's new quintet way back when, just to focus on the early history of some lo-fi, in my opinion. And so I'm going to be doing more of those here pretty soon, to focus on a few different things. I've hinted at these for a while. I'm just trying to compile them a little bit because, again, a little peek behind the curtain for those that care. I'm a school teacher during the, normal months of the year, but summertime is my time to kind of produce and make music and try to stay ahead of my work schedule as much as I possibly can, even though it's hard because, things pile up in other times. So anyway, I want to jump into some more music. That's what I'm about right now. That track was awesome. I really, really love that track by Reason. The guitar was probably my favorite part. The vocals, they just fit. And again, some of these tracks might be really popular to some, but most of these, I honestly was just kind of flipping through some different playlists, listening and going, oh man, this is a cool beat. This is a cool beat. Oh, there's vocals on this? Oh, I'm going to throw it on the playlist. I probably have 3 or 4 vocal episodes if I really want to put them together, of just beats that I found that I really enjoyed. So that track, Reason by Mad Rhino, fits. This one's a very different track, though. This is called A Long Way Home. One long word, Long Way Home. And it's by Logi, Lojii, and Alexander Spit. Now, you might hear some colorful language in there from time to time. No disrespect for children out there. If you're listening, that's plug your ears. But nothing that's awful. But I love the beats, and I love the flow over top of it. And, I can't deny the art. So we're going to listen to it right here on the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi Podcast, episode number 40, Lo-Fi Vocal Beats. And this is Logi and Alexander Spit with Long Way Home. Check it out.
It's gonna be our day that one day. On my way home, I'ma take a long way. I be so dolo, feel like all I got is faith. You can find me at the end of a spliffy, no friends in my city. People only hit me when they need something. Plus, mama always tripping and my pops always twisted. Who the fuck I'm supposed to talk to when I need someone? Tired of being on the phone, done chasing around Johns that just treat me like I don't really mean nothing. Humbling my foes, getting questioned by the pole. Many times I gotta tell them I ain't seen nothing, and you ain't blind either. But you don't see my struggle, don't let your mind deceive you. We all believe in something, I pray to God hear me. I pray the demons hunt, I'm facing all this evil, but I still die for love. Quit acting numb to me, I'm just trying to feel something that ain't pain, I'm hurting. Hope these words heal someone. I'm just flawed, human. Truth is I'll never be perfect. Though it's a lost cause, still I find myself searching. I find myself searching. Some get buried in this earth before they break the surface. It almost took my mama life when she gave birth to me. So I can't shake this feeling that I was made with purpose. Low key I feel that there's a reason God don't make us perfect. To learn that life is balanced, without struggle faith is worthless. And to survive you need some faith, cause that's what makes it worth it. We all just flawed humans, nothing makes us perfect. Yeah, girl. It's gonna be our day that one day. On my way home, I'ma take the long way. Be so dolo, feel like all I got is faith.
You don't gotta turn down nice. Street too small.
Huh?
The street real small. You can just drop me off right here on this corner.
Hey, Logic. I'm born and raised down here, South Philly, okay? This shit ain't.
It's Logi though.
Logic, okay.
Logi and Alexander Spit right there. Long way home. On the episode, this is episode number 40 here, Lofi vocal beats. I like that track a lot. That one actually I just came upon today. I was just kind of listening, getting some laundry done, walking around my wireless headphones and enjoying it. So I was like, I'm gonna put this one on today. This one actually bumped another track, to be honest, to do it. But my name is Chris, and I'm your host, producer of the new Used. And once again, you're listening to the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi Podcast, episode 40, Lo-Fi Vocal Beats. And just really love that track. I'm probably going to listen to that more and more. Maybe even dive in a little bit more. I'm not as familiar with Logi, so if those of you that are, probably shaking your head like, you not know Logi. But I'm going to have to go investigate a little bit more. So anyway, we're going to jump into the next one, though, back to back. This next one is a collaboration between UD and Mick Jenkins, and the track is called Felt. And again, it might have some language here or there, just giving you the heads up, but overall cool vibe and cool message overall. I dig it, so I'm putting it on the podcast on our episode 40 Lo-Fi Vocal Beats, and let's check it out.
People commit suicide. They don't have where they find themselves. You will have somebody, if you do something wrong, they say, this thing you're doing is not good. You must listen to people in life. That's how life works. It's all about love. You cannot be an island.
Look, how can I cure this empty feeling? Drinking from full cups, voids deep, trust me. I turn to money, lust, and like drugs. Second nature, I overthink, I'm in shock, demeanor skeptic. They say I make it up, highlights and contours, not no sense. Seems that I am the one, striding blind with no pilot. I know the ropes, the air so pollen, feel that sneeze, I guidance often. They stay on danger, sub-zero stairs, I guys my options. Anxious so long, crazy in disguise, only build up my caution. Disappearing confidence, more bullshit I'm tolerant. Sorrow closer than my friends, I feel depression hollering. Lately my view is clouded, differences all look the same. Be making pictures of my future, hanging them in ancient frames. This feeling's morbid and my heart's got more to give. I fell down under yesterday, what will tomorrow bring? I feel there's more to it, my mind's got more to give. I fell down under yesterday, what will tomorrow bring?
Look, I can feel the difference, it should look the same. Depending on your instrument, we might have to switch the frame. I just hit my target, I can't say it's aim. I felt that shit. I felt that shit. I felt that shit. Yeah. I can feel the difference, it should look the same. Depending on your instrument, hey, we might have to switch the frame. I just hit my target, I can't say it's aim. I felt that shit. I felt that shit. I felt that shit. The
Your decision get validated by outcome. 4 a.m. scrubbing plates, pay for features like how come. Whispers in my ear, they do reaffirm I amount none. Overly down to earth, I'm the ground son. A batch from Mick, I couldn't try to write to him. I run from challenge, so every door locked. Though I got all the keys to make the right moves. Warp lens like Harlem mirrors, you see what my eye do. Ran from my father's glasses, but my actions treat him idle. If you eyeing me, paranoia inside of me. My mom slipped motivation cross to me in every touch. All the time we spent together come in bunches, cause I want hundreds. My fear of failure is a hunch. Fear that my little brother grow up with a grunge. Cause you know the younger generation soak up like a sponge. Nuclear family that'll detonate a ton. Stress I don't do enough for my blood, that's everyone. Fear that the fruit of my vine won't see the sunlight. I'm alright now, 20 minutes set to shine right now. Fear that I studied history but I'll repeat it. Fear that my leaves kept me shaded and I believe them. Afraid of complex, sewing deep, I'll cut in stitches. Academic balance tipping, so I keep on switching. My vice is momentary, why am I stroking about breaking? Token on the string, smoky vision come from my instrument.
Look, I can feel the difference, this shit look the same. Depending on your instrument, we might have to switch the frame. I just hit my target, I can't say it's aim. I felt that shit. I felt that shit. I felt that shit. Yeah. I can feel the difference, this shit look the same. Depending on your instrument, hey, we might have to switch the frame. I just hit my target, I can't say it's aim. I felt that shit. I felt that shit. I felt that shit.
UD and Mick Jenkins, Felt. Right here on the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi podcast. This is episode number 40, and just listening to lo-fi vocal beats and enjoying the heck out of it, to be honest with you. It's a nice little mix-up compared to a lot of instrumental beats overall. But yeah, I thought really that track came together. It's a little longer than, again, most normal lo-fi beats, but there's a lot of vocal, stanzas, lines, verses, whatnot that they wanted to get in. And overall, again, it's their story, their message, and I love listening to it. But the last minute or so when the piano came in and the female vocal ad-libs in there, I really think that's what kind of brought it together for me. I like that track a lot. Kind of makes you start really bobbing to it. So I dug it. I felt that shit. Excuse me. But just listen to the beat. It's a cool track. But I'm going to jump into the next one. Once again, I do want to remind you before we jump in to go to anchor.fm/pickles and beats for multiple reasons. One, to find direct links to all the platforms so you can like and share, follow, comment. All those things really do help out the podcast a lot. So if you like what you're hearing and you enjoy what's going on and you want to see it keep progressing and getting bigger and better, that's how you help. It's not even giving money or anything at this point. It's just giving a second to jump on, like, share, follow, give ratings when you're on, Spotify podcasts or Apple podcasts. You can leave ratings. So even if it's a bad rating, better than having no ratings up there at all. There's a couple, but it helps to get more and more and more and continue to grow the podcast. So I really appreciate anybody willing to help out with that. And then also on that anchor.fm/pickles and beats is poll questions. Usually every single episode I put up a poll question. You can find it there. You don't listen on Spotify, but if you do listen on Spotify, you can just scroll down because it shows up right there on the podcast. It might do that on Apple too, but I believe it's just Spotify. And so you can scroll down and you can vote in. So every single episode has its own poll question. So for this poll question is going to be, it's a very simple one, is do you like to have, vocals on your lo-fi beats? When you listen to lo-fi beats, do you like to have vocal samples on there or vocals, people singing, or rhyming or whatnot. And, you know, they'll have some variety in there of answers. And so choose the answer that fits you best. If you're willing, it again helps us out because it shows up in the algorithms, and you know, we're just looking for that growth and reaching more and more people and continuing to build a community here at the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi podcast and the Pickles and Beats label, because we also release music. So there's probably been 5 or 6 singles released this year, and a whole bunch more on the way, as well as the first album. And I'd love to again do collaborations with those out there that like to make beats and listen and be a part of the community. And you know, anybody want to be in on that? Let's make it happen. So anyway, let's jump in on the next beat. It's called "Do Me That Favor." This is by a classic artist. I've definitely seen their name around quite a bit. Is Old Burger Beats, Old with an apostrophe, Burger Beats, and collaboration between them and Voyo, V-U-Y-O. If I got that correct, apologies if not. Voyo, and yeah. So let's give it a listen and talk about it on the other side. Right here on the Pickles and Beats episode number 40, Lo-Fi Vocal Beats. Check it out.
Spread a little game too hot. Then she asked about my name. She inquired about my accent and hope I never make it rain. Proceeded to the dance floor just to bust a little moves. Sometimes I might drink much, but tonight I feel smooth. Beautiful as pictures hanging in the loop. That's my girl. Body considered contemporary art. If it's Tate or it's Moan, will leave dudes in the coma. If this is the love that my mind used to warn me about, I'm in trouble. I'm real big. I'm just gotta do me a favor. Will you do me that favor? Fucking studio and see how fast this Uber go, then zoom into the turnpike going scared. Let's do your place, cause my place is filled with compadres that wouldn't pass a drug test but kick it like Mbappe. Cause I just wanna zoom in your boom boom. How about the Uber make the living room boom? Sorry baby, I'm just speaking hyperbolic. Is the end result of Chardonnay topped off with chronic? Before I leave, let's exchange numbers and playlists, cause I just wanna listen to whatever you listen to. I got a couple gems, got a couple soul jams. I traded with some friends. Old Burger hooked me up, but all that shit is vinyl. But I heard through the grapevine that shit be on Tidal. But I don't really know. But I can give you guest list and a flash drive if you make it to our show.
Do me that favor. Old Burger Beats and Voyo right here on the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi podcast, episode number 40, Lo-Fi Vocal Beats. Yeah, Old Burger Beats, when I just clicked on his profile, I was like, oh yeah, I'm familiar. Old Burger Beats work with everybody. He's just an amazing lo-fi producer, a lot of jazz influence. I believe he's from Europe, Germany potentially, but I'm not positive on that. Don't hold me to it. But Old Burger Beats and Voyo. Voyo is the vocalist on that. Burger Beats, obviously the producer. I love the voice. His voice has just got so much soul to it. So, and the next one here, I feel exactly the same way. I feel, honestly, this one I stumbled upon through social media. It might have been Instagram, could have been a TikTok. I can't remember, but Brad Brooks and Bud Thinks have a track here called Happy Pills, and I just the vibe, the bounce of the track, it's just got this really cool feeling, and I got hooked in my head, it's one of those tracks. It just gets kind of hooked. And so when I was starting to put together this lo-fi feels with vocals on it, I was like, I want to put this track on here. So it might be probably more of the pop scene feel, but it just has that lo-fi vibe to it, that nostalgia kind of makes you want to sing along to it as well. But has the beat itself if you took the vocals off of it, it would fit in most lo-fi playlists in my opinion. But I like it a lot. Guitar's really cool coming up here as well. But just want to remind you, anchor.fm/Pickles and Beats. I already gave my spiel earlier, but you are listening to it, Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi Podcast. And I am your host, Chris, producer of the new and the used. But let's jump into the track. It's called Happy Pills by, once again, Brad Brooks and Rosebud Thinks. And we'll talk about it on the other side as well, but let me know what you think.
You're depressed, aren't you? Cheer up, Charlie Brown. Tomorrow's the last day of school.
I'm addicted to my phone screen, still super low-key, still young and awkward, but my soul is just so OD. Forgot to Twitter, and I'm socially disconnected. I'm a quiet old legend and a global lethal weapon. Like, hey, I got some consciousness locked up. Like, rather stay home, cause all the parties get shot up. I can't groove, but a nigga can cha-cha. If you like how I move, I can show you to my house. Hey. Never like lures, I was more into the toys, my skull down to earth, buried in golden soil. Never felt spoiled, my grill 10 foil. Sometimes you gotta smile even if it's fake. Yeah, $1 a day make the pain go away, so I'ma smile any way that I can. $1 a day make the pain go away, so I'ma smile any way that I can. I don't need no happy pills, mama. I don't need no happy pills. I don't need no happy pills, doctor. I don't need no happy pills. It goes like drink more water, worry about nada. When I clear my chakras, I'm a young Sean Carter. Mr. 99 problems, there's only one option, man. Worry about nada, man. Hakuna Matata. Mama said love thy enemy. Mama said love good energy. Mama said live for today, cause all you gonna have is memories. Even if your heart is injured, life is just like dentures. Sometimes you gotta smile even if it's fake.
To get away, I tell myself that I need to change. You say the name in vain, but then you praise. The choice is yours, yours the same, yours the same.
$1 a day make the pain go away, so I smile any way that I can. $1 a day make the pain go away, so I'ma smile any way that I can. I don't need no happy pills, mama. I don't need no happy pills. I don't need no happy pills, doctor. I don't need no happy.
And there it is. Happy Pills, Brad Brooks and Rosebud Thinks, right here on the Pickles and Beats Lo-Fi Podcast. This is episode number 40. It's all focused on lo-fi vocal beats, and appreciate you popping in and listening. Remember, if this is your first time coming in, I appreciate you so much. You know, if this is your second, third, or 40th time coming and listening to these episodes, again, I appreciate you. You know, it's nice to look in and see that people are listening. You know, I don't worry so much about numbers and all that kind of stuff. I like to make the promotions and pushes for this stuff just because I do want to see it grow. I do want to see the community because I enjoy doing it, and it's nice to find other people that enjoy listening and contributing as well. But overall, it's nice just to see that people are listening out there at all. So thank you so much. And, you know, any kind of collaboration, jumping in, and participation is always, invited. But I also understand if you want to just hang back and listen and enjoy it. That's totally cool too. So I appreciate you very much. Remember, I am your host, Chris, producer of the new and the used. You can find my beats on all major platforms. Sometimes they sneak into the podcast. But also, Pickles and Beats is on every platform by going through anchor.fm/Pickles and Beats and getting to the links. Or, if you're on Instagram and that's where you're always at, just type in Pickles and Beats. It'll come up right away. Or whatever platform it is that you like to dominantly work on. But I appreciate you out there listening, and we'll talk to you in the next episode. I hope everybody's staying cool and calm and collected and enjoying themselves this summer. Or if you're listening out in the future, thanks for coming back, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Take it easy. Peace. Keep it lo-fi. episode. So we'll put that one down. I think I can probably sneak another one in. We're going to give it a shot. But I'm going to edit this up a little bit and then get into it. We'll do episode number 41. All right. So if you're out there, we'll be back for episode 41. Appreciate you.